I'm passing the company down to Haruto, so I'm putting him in charge of this building too. Got it, then I'll step down from managing this building. What? My name is Keiichi Sato, and I just come to Waku Waku Building, the building I manage with my wife, Yui. This place has really come alive. It's turned into a great building.
That's because you did such a great job turning it around.
You're the one I should be thanking. You supported me through all of it. When I think about all the new video projects and amazing content that's going to come out of this place, I get really excited. Figured I'd find you here, Keiichi.
Well, that saves us the trouble of having to look for you.
What's up? These are my parents and my younger brother, Haruto. They run a small real estate company called Sato Properties. This Waku Waku building belongs to our company, doesn't it? I'm passing the company down to Haruto, so I'm putting him in charge of this building too. So you're the one who took this place from running at a loss to turning a profit, huh? Thanks for doing that for us, I guess. Got it, then I'll step down from managing this building.
That makes sense.
Huh?
Oh my, that was easier than I expected.
Well, we always talked about handing it back once I got the business back on track. Good. I'm glad we could settle this quickly. Then let's get the paperwork done to make the handover official. I'm counting on you to take care of your end. Understood. A bit anticlimactic, honestly, but as long as it's coming back to us, I've got no complaints.
Right, and switching ownership over to Haruto should be pretty straightforward too. And Haruto will keep building on this profitable building even further, won't you?
Yeah, leave it to me. Now that we've handed off Waku Waku Building, we can get started on that other project. The owner, Narahara, sent us this really passionate message, saying he'd wait as long as it takes, and that he's counting on us.
Let's head back right away and start brainstorming the concept.
A little while later, I took over from Keiichi and everything looks fine. I've got tenants lined up for that pointless empty space too. There's still plenty of room to grow the profits. Oh, are you the new owner? I heard about the change from Keiichi. You're his brother Haruto, right? That's right. And you are? I'm Hiroki, a video creator. Why did you get rid of the lounge area here? Well, it was just an empty space, wasn't it? This building has a lot of video production companies, ad agencies, and independent creators as tenants, you know. That wasn't just empty space. It was a lounge where video creators and live streamers could hang out and connect with each other. People would meet here, get to talking, and end up collaborating on projects together. It was where new connections were made. It was actually a pretty important space, you know. Oh, I didn't know that. And by the way, one of the walls was a full chalkboard where people could do chalk art and change up the vibe. And the other had a pull-down backdrop you could swap out for different backgrounds. The lighting was color changeable too. There was a lot of really clever ideas built into that space, specifically for video shooting. But it's just one lounge gone. And we're bringing in a new tenant for the space, so it should be fine. Well, I hope you're right. Meanwhile,
I never would have thought. You go on to start your own company specializing in tenant strategy and building revitalization. I bet your parents and Haruto would never have seen this coming either.
Yeah, those three only ever care about themselves. It never would have crossed their minds.
I'm back from the sales calls.
Hey, Nonoha. She's an employee at our company, Days Inc., Nonoha Sugo.
I finished the market research around Tokimeki Building. Do you two want to take a look?
Oh, nice, thank you.
Wait, is this one of Yui's custom research reports? And what kind of concept are you going with for the next building? Let me see too. Go ahead.
You really are a huge fan of Yui, aren't you?
Well, she's gorgeous, incredibly talented, and just so cool. I want to be just like her someday. No, stop it. You're making me blush. You've already got the next concept figured out in your head, haven't you?
I'm thinking of taking what we learned at Waku Waku Building and applying it to a different creator-focused building. I'd love to give this one a completely different feel from the last one.
That sounds great! Narahara seems super excited. I'm going to give it everything I've got too.
Great, I'm counting on you. A few weeks later, I found a new tenant for that empty space, and Waku Waku building was at full occupancy, but it seems like some people weren't happy seeing how differently I do things compared to Keiichi. A few businesses have already pulled out, but it'll work out, right?
Well, if you think it'll work out, then I'm sure it will. You've studied business management after all, haven't you?
If spots open up, you just find new tenants to fill them. Simple as that. That lounge space Hiroki was talking about. I never thought getting rid of one space that looked completely useless would stir up this much resentment.
Was that space really such a big deal to them?
When I stop by the building, the companies and creators there all kind of look at me coldly. It makes me wonder, am I really that different from Keiichi? It's perfectly normal for things to change when management changes hands. They just haven't gotten used to your way of doing things yet. The ones who left just weren't a good fit for the new direction, that's all. Yeah, I guess you're right. I plan to keep running things my way, the way I think will grow profits the most. Keiichi did get the building into the black, but you'll need to push profits even further from here. Right, actually, that's something I wanted to bring up. The rent in this building is set really low. I think we need to raise it. I already sent out notices to all the tenants proposing increases to both the rent and the common area fees. I see, good. We're hoping to retire from running the company in a few years. So we need the business generating enough income that we can hand everything over and still live comfortably.
The rates Keiichi had set really were a bit too low, weren't they? He was way too generous with the pricing just to attract tenants.
Honestly, I was more surprised that things ran as well as they did at such low rent. Now that the business is mine, I'm gonna prove I can outperform Keiichi. I'm planning to hold an information session for the tenants too. A few days later. Thank you all for coming today. I wanted to hold this meeting to go over some important matters with all of you as tenants of this building. I really appreciate you all being here. What do you mean the rent is going up 20%? I've got companies I work with and fellow streamers here with me today, and every single one of them is upset about this.
I'm just going to say it. A 20% rent hike is absolutely out of the question.
Right, you're Hiroki, correct? And...
I'm Riko, a live streamer, and over here is...
Taniguchi, CEO of Jajan Productions, a video production company. We understand that ownership has changed hands, but a 20% rent increase would have a serious impact on our operations.
What are you basing such a massive increase on?
I compared the rates against other buildings in the area and based it on that.
The tenants in this building are mostly young creator groups and small, independently run production companies. None of them are running on huge profit margins. A hike like this would drive most of them out of business. Keiichi took all of that into account when he set the rent.
And it's not just Jajan Productions that's unhappy about this. Our creator team is really struggling with it too. And the ad agency next door said it's going to be a problem for them as well. As it is, this building already has multiple rentable spaces, meeting rooms, recording studios, and their revenue is inconsistent. On top of that, if rent is below market rate, there's just no way to turn a real profit.
The rental studios aren't generating consistent revenue? Where exactly are you getting that from?
Do you actually know what the usage situation in this building looks like?
I use that studio for my live streams. It's soundproofed, well-stocked with props and accessories. It's actually booked solid. I have to wait ages just to book a slot.
The same with Jajan Productions. The bookings are so packed that we have to carefully coordinate schedules with our talent just to get time in there.
I see. I mentioned before about all the clever features that were built into that shared space for video shooting, right? And now you're tearing all of that out and turning this place into just another generic commercial building. That's another big part of why we're frustrated. But when management changes, it's only natural for the direction to change too, isn't it? I never thought any of that stuff was necessary in the first place.
We can understand a change in direction, but you're not thinking about your tenants anywhere near as much as you should be.
I run a small independently owned costume production company, Since you took over as owner, a number of businesses have already left the building, right? One of them was a web advertising agency we worked closely with. And now that they're gone, it's been really difficult for us to coordinate our work.
If you let frustration keep building among the tenants like this, you're going to see people leave one after another.
And honestly, a lot of us streamers are fed up too.
There's actually already quite a bit of talk about people pulling out. Alright, I'll adjust the numbers to something more reasonable. Damn it, why can't I get anything to go right? I've got new ventures I want to launch. I can't afford to keep pouring all my time into this one building. I knew it. The Days Inc. building revitalization project is just outstanding. Waiting for you guys was absolutely worth it.
Now that's Keiji and Yui for you. I'm so proud to work with them.
Oh, Nonoha, come on.
Sorry, I can't help but get a little excited seeing how amazing this place turned out.
Still, I'm glad everything is up and running smoothly. Soundproof studios, filming studios, streaming booths. This place is packed with everything a creator could ever need, and my heart just won't stop racing. It's truly a building worthy of the name Tokimeki Building.
My, you certainly know how to make a person feel good, don't you, Narahara?
We had a dedicated high-speed internet line and high-capacity power supply installed specifically for this building. And we swapped out the elevator for a heavy equipment model for companies that move large gear, so it gets a lot of use. Keiichi.
Hi there.
Oh, you're from Waku Waku Building. We actually left Waku Waku Building and moved in here at Tokimeki. Word got around at Waku Waku that you were working on a new place, so here we are. Your network never ceases to amaze me.
The way this building is set up has been such a huge help to me. You've got small batch merchandise producers and e-commerce management companies in here too, right? And the video production company on the 3rd floor is Jajan Productions, who moved over from Waku Waku Building, so I already know I can trust them. Everything I need is right here. I can hire people, get hired, get offers to collaborate. It's a total win-win for everyone.
The shared lounge and filming studios here have even more character than the ones at Waku Waku Building. And there are so many more creative touches that get you fired up as a creator. It's been sparking all kinds of new ideas for me too. There's a rumor going around among creators that coming to this building is the best thing you can do for your career. It's a world apart from Waku Waku Building, which has been gutting all its lounges and filming spaces, and turning into just another boring commercial building. So that's what's happening over there. They've got bars and stuff moving in now, and the noise makes it impossible to film. I think most of the production companies will probably end up leaving. I see.
Honestly, thank you so much for creating Tokimeki Building. And it's great to meet you, Narahara.
Feel free to come to me with any requests anytime. I want this to be the kind of building that launches people to fame. A place bursting with energy and excitement.
Now that's something to look forward to.
It really is.
I'm worried about Waku Waku Building. I wonder if Haruto is managing okay over there. This is bad. More and more spaces are sitting empty. I brought in high-rent tenants like a bar and a karaoke place. So why is this happening?
Apparently, the noise and the smell from the food and drink places are making life really difficult for the other tenants. There have been incidents late at night with drunk customers causing trouble too. Are you sure everything's alright?
Why can't things ever go as smoothly for me as they did for Keiichi? Haruto, what have you done? What? Jiri Events was planning to run a summer music festival at one of the event venues we manage. It turns out the organizers behind the event are that Hiroki Fellows creator group, and they've pulled out, saying they can't trust Sato Properties. What? Hiroki was the one running the whole thing?
Hey, what are we supposed to do if the event falls apart? We've already finished setting up the venue and placed ads everywhere.
What do I do? I've got to find a way to convince Hiroki somehow, right? I wonder where they moved after leaving our building. From what I've heard, they moved into Tokimeki Building. Should we go over there? Yeah, let's do that. But why is Keiichi here? What do you mean why? I designed the concept for this building. Our company specializes in building revitalization projects like this one. So, you switched jobs to some company like that, huh?
He didn't switch jobs. He founded the company himself.
What? He started his own company? Just as I thought. You had no idea. You've never been particularly interested in what I'm up to after all.
Ugh.
So you handed over Waku Waku Building so easily because you already had your own company to fall back on? I didn't mind handing over control. I just figured it was a good time to move forward with the new projects that had already been brought on to handle. Hiroki is in this building, right? We need to talk to them.
I went ahead and let them know you're here.
I thought I heard commotion out here. Figured it had to be you guys. I know you're busy. Sorry to drag you into this. We came here specifically to see you. Please, won't you come back as the organizer for the Jiri Jiri Events Festival? No. Ever since Haruto took over as owner, you've stopped treating the people in that building with any real respect. All you've ever focused on is how to squeeze out more profit, how to keep the money flowing, nothing else. Well, We weren't there just for the money. We were there because we wanted to make content that brings real joy to people. That's why we all came together at Waku Waku Building. And the reason we planned this festival with Jiri Jiri Events was because we wanted to give the audience a great time. But with you people involved, we decided there was no way we could put on an event like that. We have no interest in being any further part of this event. I'm still in the middle of filming, so if you'll excuse me. Wait a second.
Oh wait, Keiichi is right here, isn't he? That actually works out perfectly. Would you be willing to turn Waku Waku Building around for us again?
Excuse me?
If Waku Waku Building gets back on track, maybe people will come back.
That's a fair point. And if Hiroki and the others come back too, then the event could...
Are you serious right now?
Haruto, you haven't changed one bit since we were kids, have you?
Since we were kids? What do you know about me? Don't know how was your classmate in middle school.
I've changed a lot since back then, so I figured you probably wouldn't recognize me. But you've always been great at weaseling your way through things without ever putting in any real effort of your own, haven't you? And this time you tried to pull that on Keiichi and Yui, didn't you?
How do you know about that?
Using Keiichi just because he's family? We will absolutely never forgive that.
I can promise you that we care about Keiichi 100 times more than you three ever have.
So this is where I belong. It was right here all along. I've made up my mind. I'm going to distance myself from all of you from now on. What?
And do you really think you can just do that?
I can and I will. I'm not willing to lose any more of what matters to me. I'll go through the proper legal channels to cut ties officially. You can't be serious. This is the price you pay for spending your whole lives thinking only of yourselves. Good luck with your company and your crumbling little event. After that, Waku Waku Building was abandoned as tenants continued to leave, and the Sato family were forced to sell it off to another investor. The event was canceled too, and with cancellation fees piling up, they were buried in debt. They had to sell off their properties one by one, and eventually shut down the company. These days, they're apparently scraping by on part-time work. I was the owner. How did it all come to this? My company.
Now let's call Keiichi for help. Hello, Keiichi? He's blocked my calls?
What on earth are we going to do now? As for us?
We heard from Hiroki and Riko. They want to build their very own creator-focused building from scratch, and they specifically want to hire Days Incorporation to make it happen.
People keep connecting us to new opportunities. We have so much to be grateful for.
That's because you're the one who truly values those connections.
I'm really glad I started this company with you, Yui.
Me too.
Enjoyed the video?
Then smash that like button and subscribe.